SGTV. A year ago, Sullivan Goss uncovered 30 early adobe paintings by Orpha Klinker. In one acquisition, the gallery had enough work to mount an exhibit, but something was missing: context. The gallery decided to look for a photographer to record California's earliest buildings as they exist today. We wanted an artist who would take the time to travel half the state, visit Klinker's historic sites, deal with current ownerships, get as close as possible to the painter's location, and record the measure of the place today, 3/4 of a century later. Prior to this project, Dewey had completed photo surveys with the strict requirements of the California missions, the national parks, California state parks, and historical foundations and societies from the desert to the sea. A fourth-generation Californian, he was a natural for the project. He started in the winter of '07. Gallery historians had located nearly all the early adobe buildings, but a few were unidentified. Dewey knew them immediately. He had photographed them in the past. Addresses in hand, he wandered into what had become barrios, hectic downtown streets, abandoned parking lots, private country clubs, construction zones, and designated historic landmarks. As far south as San Diego and north of Sonoma, he photographed. Some buildings undisturbed, and some, well, there was no sign of what Klinker hoped to protect. One afternoon, Dewey took a moment to talk about the process of learning each site. He spoke of a springtime day at Rancho Los Cerritos, when he turned a corner to see the simple adobe walls made of simple California soil, decorated with the milled wood from California's forests. He was caught by the perfume of 100-year-old wisteria in full bloom, and the nearby orange trees burdened with blossom. He could imagine the day of the dawns with the ranch house on the higher ground of rolling hills, not far from the year-round river. Somehow, he said, for a moment, the surrounding buildings were gone. The hills were bare as they were originally. I felt a simpler, slower, calmer world. The true California. That's what I wish to preserve.